Yes. Okay. Grand Rising. Welcome to Monday. Well, welcome to Rise Up with Blooming Lotus. My name is Danyelle Claxton. I'm owner and operator of Blooming Lotus Wellness. Today is June 5th, 2023.
Mhm.
And I think that's a portal number to numerology wise. It's a magical number. It's 55. June 5th. And then if you add, no, it's not. 2023 is 4-7. Actually, okay, no, it's not. My
Mhm.
bad. Just figuring, what is it? In the process of just figuring things out. Did anybody see the moon? Because we had a full moon Saturday night, and it was a strawberry full moon.
Yeah,
So that moon
yeah,
was red.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not to freak nobody out. That was not a freak out. That was a beautiful red moon.
Mhm.
And
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I wanted to give Dan, before we started, Edwana was going to say how her weekend is, and I know she has to run, so I want to give her that opportunity.
Oh, it was a wonderful weekend. I got a lot accomplished, setting intentions for this week
Mhm.
and reminding, beautiful thing is um, having some examples of women in it, shoulders to the grindstone. And that's just positive and uplifting. Always it is. A lot of times we're doing what we're doing and we are engrossed in that and we forget other people have challenges too. So an opportunity to connect with smiles, people who still walking in grace, even though there are challenges. Look forward to that. And Danyelle, I wanted to thank you because you have been steady with information and assistance. And I appreciate that. I really do. So thank you. Thank you for that. I truly appreciate it.
Mhm.
So pulling a lot together and just recognizing there's a lot to be blessed, to be grateful for because I am blessed, and remembering while in the process to enjoy the journey, because the value in time and people is so precious.
Mhm.
So that's how my weekend was.
Mama Evelyn, where you at?
I am dropping RJ off because I wasn't supposed to, because Sheena's off today. And then the young lady in the basement decided to take a shower at 7 this morning. And so Sheena, she was everything was kind of thrown off because of
Yeah.
that. So we're a little late because he was supposed to be here at 8:15, but I think she said 8:15 so that they could all walk in, and because they got a test to do, because we're going to Metro Beach today.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. And so Sheena's chaperoning, so I'm going, and yeah. So I
Good.
got to go back and finish fixing finish fixing our lunch and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. Okay, Danielle.
well, how was your weekend? You
It,
didn't say how your weekend.
it was
Oh,
good.
I didn't say. Oh, my week. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how was your weekend,
What was that?
Evelyn?
It was great. I got all the fabric, all the panels for the banners painted
Mm-hmm.
because it was nice and hot Saturday, and oh my God, I sit them out in the sun and they're just boom dry. I love it.
Yeah. How
So,
many did you have to
um,
make?
huh?
How many did you have to make?
Oh well, I have like 40 made, but I had to paint them all.
Oh, okay.
And then over the course of my painting, I realized, oh, I could hire some youngin to help me paint these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that came out, that revelation came out. I don't always have to do all the prep myself.
Well, I have a
But yeah,
5-year-old that would help you. I don't know. I don't know if you want me to pay you to have her to help.
who?
A 5-year-old.
Oh, okay. We'll see what she does. It's,
No, but
because it's all
that's
just slapping on paint and certain colors and just it's not in depth. It's just putting a background color
mm-hmm.
instead of just a plain canvas.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I did. And then I didn't feel too well. And I'm wondering whether, because I bought 3 dinners from Mama Razia because I was there Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at it and I said, yeah, RG's not going to eat this. So I ate his on Friday. So I was pretty regular all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, maybe just, my body getting rid of some toxins because I was feeling very tired.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, that must be it. So yeah, but other than that, it was, I got some things done and yeah, feeling pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Oh, speaking of toxins, I know I had Popeyes yesterday. I had my detox tea before I went to sleep, so I know it's gonna be working. It's gonna be working. So I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
bye. Um, so I'm just gonna go flow organically, and I appreciate that edification from Edwana. Definitely my passion and purpose in life is to be of. I do enjoy being of contribution to
Mm-hmm.
in people's lives, but I also enjoy the balance of contribution because I realize that sometimes there is. How can I say this? Like it's trying to say, we don't know what pain other people are going through. We don't know what other people are going through. And while we definitely want to be that, I don't know, that shoulder to cry on, that person to vent to, that person to listen, to listen, actively listen, passionately listen, and also possibly, be of resource, advice and resource.
Mm-hmm.
I realize there comes a balance when, how can I say this? When you have to shut down and just focus on you, that there also has to be a point of reciprocity, meaning I've seen so many one-sided, I've been in one-sided friendships where it's like you're always there for the person, but the person's never there for you.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes time for you needing your space to vent or shoulder to cry on or whatever, they ain't nowhere around. They out living life. So I'm finding, me personally, I'm finding a balance to that because, like we'll say, life be lifing, and yeah, it's just really just being a balance for that. And I would like to know how people are, how you're balancing that out. Like for me, I know I stopped responding to text messages to people after 11 o'clock, like 11 p.m. point blank. That's it. Like one of the features I love on my phone and my iDevices is the focus feature. So it comes on like at 11 and it doesn't turn off until 7, unless you're a family member like my aunt or a significant other. you ain't gonna get in touch with me. If it's something that's important, like I have a client that one of my main clients, she called me last week at 6:45 in the morning. And I totally ignored it because I'm like, why are you calling me at 6:45? Well, when I got to her at 9 o'clock, there was a different switch up in her routine. And so basically she's got to take her shoes, they were told to take her shoes off at night and let her feet breathe and elevate. Well, she didn't have the confidence enough to get up and go to the bathroom to urinate. So she just held it till I got there at 9 o'clock. But she thought at 6:45 in the morning that I was going to come to help her put on her shoes for her to go for her. And her thing about it is her son lives 2 minutes away. So if it was a real emergency, then she had resources by which to call that will come way quicker than where I'm at. So I'm beginning to realize that prayer and the power of the tongue is probably one of the most powerful resources that you can do for people. It's the simplest, it's the cheapest. It is the least invasive. And I'm not going to say even time consuming, but I'm just saying, our energy is something that, I'm not going to not only needs to be protected, but it also needs to be refueled, re-injected, what is it? Put back into good, not put back into use. Because I think about my car. I drive an electric hybrid car, and when I'm coaxing, my battery is charging. I don't have a regular battery like people are used to. My car charges itself when I brake. I have regenerative brakes, and when I'm coaxing, and so I don't really, and it charges up too when it's stalled too. And I don't really pay attention to it because the whole time I have my car, I've never seen my battery go below, I would say about 40%. It's constantly, because of the way I'm driving, it's constantly recharging itself. And it got me thinking, like, how often do we recharge all that we give out to people? How often do we recharge, and what modalities do we do to recharge our energetic batteries? Because and at the end it made me think there's like several different ways. The old school way, your old school batteries will last you so many miles, and then you can recharge a battery, or you can go buy a brand new battery. But now, like I said, the newer cars, the electric cars at least, is charging up itself. That lithium battery is charging up itself. So let's talk about that, because like I said, we're all light workers, we're all spiritual people. We play on many different roles, wives, girlfriends, mothers, caregivers, business people. There's so many hats that we wear. How do you recharge? How do you recharge? Or are you recharging? Or is this a conversation that's making you think, oh my God, how do I make sure that I recharge and give back to myself? I know one thing I am going to do. There is a company called getaway.com that have these mini cabins in several locations across the country. And it's either a cabin for one or a cabin for two. And you get to they have everything there. They have the plates, they have the food, they have a lock box for your cell phone. I'm like, oh, I'm liking this. They have Wi-Fi and all that too, but it gives you a chance to just get away and recharge. And side note, thinking about going out into the wilderness this summer, how many of you guys know that we had wildfires in northern Michigan this weekend? We had a major wildfire. Yes, we had a major wildfire in northern Michigan this weekend. I think last night they said they had like 90% of it contained. And I'm just sitting here like, when is the last time you ever heard of us having wildfire? I'm like, I live in Michigan for a reason. And I'm like, now that I think about it, we didn't have a whole lot of snow this
winter.
With
Mm-mm.
And the last couple of weeks have been extremely hot and very, very dry. And I'm just like, and they're actually preparing for more. Like they already know, you know what, this is not going to be the first one. So we just have to be, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Have you guys had wildfires here before?
Remember back in the 70s, it was a lot of forest fires. Remember Smokey the Bear?
I
That
wasn't in the 70s,
ranger.
but and was that here in Michigan?
Well, yeah, a lot of it was in Michigan, and so there was and I've seen the what do you call them, the Smokey the Bear character being updated, but the whole thing was only you can prevent forest fires. Now you're saying wildfires and so dry and what have you, but back then it was a lot of fires because people were being careless, and they were really it was a lot of television advertising about forest fires, responsibility, and Smokey the Bear was, uh,
Well,
that.
this fire here was actually started by somebody, was carelessly started by somebody. And they actually said that it started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like trying to figure out what in the world are you trying to light a fire for at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? But it did cause a lot of damage, but it did surprise a lot of people. And yeah, it's like, wow, forest fires in Michigan.
Mhm. Yeah, was a big deal. It's been a long time since I've heard about any forest fires, though, this way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So, but let's go back to the conversation ahead. How do you balance, or how do you re-energize the energy that you put out?
Well, if I may, I'm getting ready to leave, ladies. But first of all, you have to recognize that you need to do that, because sometimes, even though intellectually we know it, sometimes I have in the past forgotten to do it. And there are a number of ways that you can replenish, refresh, recharge, renew yourself, respite, care for yourself. One of my favorite ways is a spa bath. I create all manner of Epsom salt soaps and fragrant oils to recharge myself, to transport my senses and my being to a different space for healing. That's one way. I love gardening and quiet time to myself to evaluate where I am, to determine what I need to do. But take that time, and just like yourself, you have to not be available sometime, so that you can do that. And it's okay to do that. Women sometimes don't realize that it's okay to say no without explanation. It's okay. I'm unavailable at that time, to say that. It was not always the easiest thing for me to do. And I very easily now, much more easily say, and I have to remember to not get too busy, to say, I'm not available, and let that be that at this time. So those are some of the ways that I do replenish myself, plug in to recharge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And of course, gonging and sound baths
Of
to
course,
refresh.
right.
And speaking of sound bath, a friend of mine teamed up, a massage therapist friend of mine teamed up with a friend of her that does sound bath, and they now have a massage and sound bath service. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds and it makes sense. Does make sense as a combination. I was like, okay, there you go.
Yeah, they do go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Mama, Sheila, how do you recharge?
Oh my. Music. And I mean, sometimes I just really need to go and bug out playing the tambourine, and it just has to be the right music. And chilling out, smoking a joint or something like that. And oh, now I wish that I would have more of the massages, you know. Yeah, more massages. But what I do now, as far as how do I, mm, that's a good question. And how often am I doing that for myself? Recharging,
Mm.
really recharging. I'm not one, I'm not one that, I remember when At Peace was at the loft and she would just want to sit in that damn bathtub. She could have sat there for hours. I cannot do that. And I'm sure you ladies can just sit there. I can for just so long. And then I'm ready to get out and move on.
Well, I think it has something to do with creating the ambiance.
Yeah, I
Let's
did
say,
that too.
and like also with the candles and what if you can do at least 20 minutes, that makes a huge difference for the body and the
Well,
soul. It
I
really,
do 20 at least, and then I'm ready. You're right.
like it really depends on how much energetic gunk or stuff I have on me. Because I remember I was doing a spiritual program one time and was taking a spiritual bath every day,
Mhm.
and I'm talking about the one where your head to toe is being cleansed. So that means blocks was
Yeah.
getting wet like every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And energetically, you do feel like stuff being lifted off of you because we
Yeah.
don't know, what it is, especially if we're out and about and around people and doing it there. You take on so much stuff that energetically that you have to get it off of you.
Mm-hmm.
And in your clothes. That's why, like with Florida water, you could throw some Florida water inside your clothes when they're washing to help get some of that energetic gunk off of you. Um,
One of these bags. Can I please get the
oh, that's Mama Evelyn, grandma. Um, and yeah, I know I could stay in the tub for at least 45 minutes to an hour. I know when I'm not gonna say anxiety, but when I get really anxious, I know I need to sit down and ground. Um, because I know I can get very flighty and I can be all over the place. And sometimes that busyness of being all over the place and just being busy is, I'm not gonna say you running away from things, but it's like just not being grounded,
Yeah.
not just sitting still. So yeah, the bath is really good. I once was getting massages once a month. I'm getting back to that. Some way, somehow, I'm getting back to that because that was a good way of releasing, getting rid of those toxins and that fluid, and just maintaining the body. Mm, Anybody else? Is there anything that we do to cleanse our energy, our energetic cells, our energy fields?
Mm.
And this is a good conversation to have because most people, they don't think about it. They don't think about it.
You
Right.
know what, Danyelle, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to speak at the same time. I remember posing that question to my mother, you know, and the look on her face. I said, "Do you ever get massages?" I'm trying to think my age. Um, I probably was in my 20s, and she looked so puzzled. She said, "Why would I do that?" And my heart dropped. She was such a hub and such a carer of others and just the matriarch. And she never thought that she needed to refuel herself. And many women of her era thought the same way. And it's just sad that, that was her belief and how she lived. We have to pour into ourselves to be present. And if you want to build on, you have to have that foundation set before you can put another story.
I know.
And that you are that foundational piece.
I get that. My mom, I realized, never took a vacation. I remember taking one vacation with her to Ocean City, Maryland, but I don't recall. I know she may have done little stuff here and there, but I don't remember her just going away for like a whole week. You know what I'm saying? Or a weekend, or just disappearing. And I'm like, okay. I know there's jobs, I know there are responsibilities, I know there's bills, I know all of that. But I'm like, my mom passed at 54. And I'm like, she was a caregiver to my grandmother. And I'm like, that right there, it's like, there's got to be some sort of balance to this all, because a lot of the stress and everything can eat at you. It can eat at you and eat you away of, what is it, trying to get everything done, So yeah, it's like,
empty your cup. Yes, empty that cup so you can deal with more of life. We pull in toxic stuff and we invite, sometimes through stress and worry, toxicity in. You have to have a way of renewing and reconnecting. This is one of the ways I'm learning now, this group, to talk about, to be able to put that on the table is a refreshing way of learning and growing beyond that moment. But if you don't nurture, if you don't give the plants water, they die. There's a nourishment component to our beings and our spiritual selves, our physical, mental, emotional selves all have to be addressed. So yes. And it's okay if we're today years old learning ways to do it, but learning ways to do it and doing it are key.
So yeah, I know I need to walk on some ground, and I'm going to do that today. I went to the Palmer Park art fair yesterday. My aunt is a part of the Detroit Art Teachers Association, and they had a booth out there. So I promised her I was going to give her earrings that I got from the Elizabeth conference for her birthday, and that I would just go and just spend some time. And I'm glad that I did. That was a very nice art fair. It makes me specifically want to save up money so I can go to art fairs and fairs like the my head just joined the African World Festival and purchase art. There's a lot of nice artists out there, bit of a gentrification. There was one lady, I saw this beautiful indigo cover-ups and just indigo and mud cloth items and dresses and everything. And then I realized when I got to the booth, it was owned by a white woman. I was like,
wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And she was wearing her wares and everything, and they were cute, but it was just, I was very thrown off by that. They had live jazz out there, which was nice. And I'm going to get my aunt set up on social media for her jewelry, and she's one of these scary people. Like she don't even want you tagging her and stuff. And I'm just like, but she gave me, she always giving me something. It's like, okay, I wasn't expecting. I got earrings, but sorry. Okay, I'm looking where the camera is. She made this bracelet for me, and not braid me. She made it to sell
Mhm,
and gave it to me with the earrings. She's into this. She's into the chakras now. I'm
mhm.
like, okay. So she's always giving me something. But she loved the earrings. The earrings had Betty Davis on it. She didn't know who Betty Davis was. Like everybody in the tent thought that Betty Davis, thinking of the white Betty Davis and not the black Betty Davis. I was like, well, she was an activist, she was a model, she was a singer, she was the second wife of Miles Davis. So there you go. It's like, so, they learned something. But I also realized this great organization that does great things in this community does not have an online presence. I was like, oh no, we can't do this. So that's the opportunity that is in creation, is to get them into the 21st century of being online. Like, Detroit Art Teachers Association, you guys do some great things in the community.
Mhm.
And I told my aunt, I was like, you guys are missing out on opportunity. She's like, we got on Facebook, and it's like they got a private group. They don't have the exposure. And I'm like, you guys wouldn't have to work so hard in getting people to, support you if they can see exactly what's going on. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to get them up to date and acclimated. And I am loving the influx of seniors that's, coming in wanting to learn the basics of this technology and how they can use and apply it for them. So that is exciting. Hey, Mama Het, how are you? I saw her pop in.
I'm good. Greetings, Grand Rising Elizabeth.
How was your weekend?
Ooh, it was hot. It was good. It was cold. The moon was amazing.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Mhm.
You look amazing. I saw everything that was going on at the shed and the setup and the music, and I was like, oh, look at my head over here. I was
Yeah,
like, I see
it's
you.
a great space. He got some bad t-shirts. I'm like, I got to get back to work because I need that grateful t-shirt, that mock turtle tank top. I like that. Say grateful. Grateful.
Mhm,
Great.
Yes.
So
mhm.
yeah. So you just came in at the perfect time, because I was asking, with us giving so much of ourselves to other people, how do you make sure that your battery, your energetic battery, is cleansed and recharged on a regular basis?
Morning rituals. Morning rituals. Morning rituals. Yes. Gotta do that. Take care of first out the blocks. Take care of me. It's me first. Being self-full. Yes.
Oh, I like that. Be self-full.
Yeah.
Self-full.
Mhm.
Gotta do that. People be feeling guilty about that. Nope. I gotta take care of my toes and my nose and my hair and all of that. First. Put your mask on first.
Mhm, mhm.
Coming to the Elizabeth. Get your mind right.
How about you, Lakeisha? Thanks, Mama Het.
For sure. Thank y'all.
Oh, Lakeisha, if you're available.
Grand Rising, Lakeisha.
Hmm.
But if she comes in, she comes in.
Yeah, I tell you, once I get my car, man, I'll be all over where you guys be going and talking about and right in here. I've gotten so comfortable in my house. So after COVID, I'm just like chilled out and not being at the shop. But now that I'm going, I've been up to the shop 3 days straight, whether it's just going in there and doing something and coming back out, going upstairs, and have had 2 events upstairs, and it's just natural. People are loving it upstairs, the kitchen, and really excited. Spirit is giving me all kinds of ideas on what to do and how not to wear myself out or other people. I don't have to do everything with one person. I can, this day is with these people, this day that people. So I've learned a lot with just the Elizabeth and the format that God has given me with the Elizabeth that I didn't have, because I don't remember the conversation, but all of a sudden this came up, online, and it just came together. It wasn't pre-planned or anything. And then 5 days a week. And then, different hosts for each day and different topics and all of that. And that's kind of how the loft is set up. And actually that is how my life is. I have a lot of different things. I remember talking to, who was I? Was I talking to? Somebody was on one of these conversations about what if you have a lot of things, a lot of ideas just keep popping up and stuff. When you like that, you can't stop that. That's the spirit going. You learn how to manage it, when you see people who are juggling, you see some people, they just couldn't do that. And they would tell you, you need to focus on one. And here's that guy, and he's going boom, 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 flipping it up with his foot and still catching it and, doing all that. That's his talent. That's how he is. It would drive him crazy going like this with one.
It's the organic of it all. That's the organic. They call that organic. When how you let things flow, that divine order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How it works. And the challenge for all of us is, well, it's not a challenge for somebody who's really an organized person, but then there's some other areas where they can't fit something in because it doesn't.
Right.
So, so we all have that, but not a but not a
not a but. Man, it's like I remember, a lot of the wives' tales. One is there's a time and place for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't have order without chaos, and you can't have chaos without order. Those things, they go together. So you got to organize your chaos. And I think that's me. I'm organized chaos. That used to be Goddess's name of her group. And she said she had to change it because they got kind of cocky. And so she had to change it. Mm-hmm. She said it got a little cocky. She was like, oh no. Mm-hmm. That's not the image, and that's not what I want to portray. And even when we model with her, she tells us before we go on, there's a certain time she'll call, and she said, I don't want y'all talking. Don't talk to anybody. Just embody that spirit and quiet it. Lakeisha, I know you busting. I see you about to bust out.
Go on, you got some information.
Grand Rising, lady. I could not get me to unmute or do my video. I'm like, what's going on? But Grand Rising.
Get in here. Come on, what you got? What you got today? I know you got.
I just want to remind you all today, for those who are interested, today is the Small Business Resource Fair from 1 to 3 today.
Ooh, something. Okay.
St. Susan Cody Rouge.
Okay.
The address is 9357 Westwood.
9357 Westwood.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why this is going to be really, really good, because it allows you to get familiar with all the different ecosystems that's in the city of Detroit to help businesses, primarily small businesses, but really any size business. But particularly, they're concerned about the small businesses. They're really trying to enhance Detroit and Highland Park. So there would be like Motor City Match. You get a chance to learn about Motor City Match, the different things that they have to offer. Detroit Means Business. They're phenomenal. Tech Town is amazing. Prosper Us is another company that will be there. Invest Detroit will be there. Be Seed from the city of Detroit. So you want to be connected to the ecosystem. It's about building relationships. It's about, helping others. So I always try to share this information. If it wasn't for these type of organizations, I don't know, our business probably wouldn't have been able to survive. Because they have so many workshops, so many programs, so many different things that we could use to help others through the Elizabeth. This millionaire who I go under, his name is Mark, and it never left me when he called it TWIT. Teach what I teach. So everything, teach what I teach.
Yeah.
And so that made so much sense, because a lot of times things are not, it's already out there. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Most of the time, it's already out there.
Right.
And so everything that I do, every workshop that I go to, everything, I am like a sponge and keeping the information, soaking it up, because you can turn it into your own. Turn it to your own. Keep all the worksheets, keep all the papers, keep everything. Teach what I teach. That's what they do all the time. They go to class, they go to workshop, and they teach the stuff. So TWIT, teach what I teach. And that is the journey that I'm on right now. All the things, the information I've learned throughout my series, I'm going to. Yes.
No, give me 5.
Oh, teach what I teach. So, when we learn these different things, these different guests come onto the show, these different things, these are some phenomenal information that you can be used. And they say a lot of times you want to give things away. Some of these different things are life-changing. So you can give some of these different things away for free. So then they see that you bring in value. So then when you get ready to have something, they will be ready to pay for it, because you've been giving them all this free value.
Right.
Oh my God, they help me. So, oh my God, this is probably going to be amazing, because everything you've been giving them was amazing. You were giving it free. So I just wanted to with you.
Okay.
Mama, hit you froze.
No,
So
I'm
that's from 1 to 3, right? 1 to 3 at St. Susie.
St. Susan.
Yeah, it's at this Holy
Cody
Village.
Rouge.
Yeah, Suzanne. Saint Suzanne Cody
Rouge.
Rouge. I've never heard of it.
It's a nice building. It's a school, and I think that's where we were. I don't know. It used to be, what was it? What did it used to be? Shucks. There used to be a community center that was over there.
Well, cool.
Yeah. You need the address again? Did everybody get the
It's
address?
9357 Westwood
Street, yes, 48228. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
From 1 to 3.
You know, when y'all give me information, I go right online and research.
Yeah, you can register. I put the link in the chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because you want to kind of put your name on there. But it's times where my name may not be on the thing, but I just show up anyway. Sometimes you just gotta show up. Just show up. I'm like, what? What do you mean you can't find my name?
Right.
Look, I'm coming in anyway. You could put it down. Write my name down. I'm coming in.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, lady.
I did. I had to raise this money, like $5,000. I had nothing. I had gone, and I was trying to figure out anyway, trying. I was searching for what was next for my company, because you know, when you get to a certain point and you know that you can't go any further, there has to be a change. There has to be more education. There has to be, I have to move, I have to leave. Something has to change, because nothing else, you're at that level. And so I knew that to take the company to the next thing, that it would have to. Oh, Lakeisha, are we supposed to be listening to you? Oh, okay. Okay, so anyway, so I run into this program. It's a long story, but I'm just going to cut to the chase here. They had a program where they will walk you through raising money. This was called Income Builders International. Now they are called CEO Space. It costs $5,000 or more to attend. And then you had to stay at the hotel wherever you're going, where they're going to have it, which was LA, for 7 days, or 5 to 7 days. So I went for 7 days, had nothing. And I said, that's why I'm calling you, because they said, well, if you have $500, we will show you how to raise the money to attend. I gathered up $500. I sent it to them. They sent me a package. They told me, do not do nothing until you call us, and then we tell you and walk you through this thing. It was a group. This organization had a group, a team that will walk you through asking for money for your company and such, you know. Well, anyway, that's what I did. I did everything that they said. I even did what they told me not to do, and saw why they told me not to do that. You know? So I had to get the airplane ticket still. I still got to do that. I still had to stay at the hotel for 7 days. I didn't know anybody. And so what I did, you know, I had raised the money, and then I had the money to get there, but I still didn't have the hotel money. Do you know that I went and I sat there next to the registration? What you talking about, Mama Head? I sat there. I think, or was that Lakeisha that was saying that? Yes, Lakeisha. Until the rest of the money came in.
Come on now.
Yes, I did. I just sat there. I made my calls, and just one lady said that she was going to give me $2,000. I just went on it, and I sat there and I let God do the rest. And yes, I did attend every class, and I had money to eat through the week, and the way that they had it set up made it work for me as well. And, you know, just show up.
Right.
Just show up. Yeah.
There's another concept, another concept that I want to remind us of as church goers. We used to go, and there would be prayer time, and the pastor would do an altar call for you to come pray. It's bring your all to the altar and leave it there. When you leave it there, you don't go back to your pew and say, oh, I gotta did it. You've already said, you've already prayed about it. You're supposed to leave it there and let it work. Not pick it up and carry it back not to carry the worry back to you to your pew. Bring your all to the altar, lay it down, whatever the desires of your heart, what you want to manifest. You've already said what it is you want to the universe. If you keep saying it over and over again, this is just an idea. If you keep saying it over and over again, you're not believing. It's just like when I tell people, somebody tells me that they lost their keys or whatever. Change how you saying it. I'm going to find my keys. Don't think about where you're putting your energy when you make a declaration. That's why we want to get rid of words that don't help us declare things. And so I was like, wow, should we attach $5 to the word? Maybe, that you can have you got your cuss cup, you got your Tony Roger Y jar, where if you say the word, put the money in there, that. And then when you get done, then that money you can invest in something or, put it towards your car, whatever, however you want to place it. But declaring, we'll say, I wish I wouldn't, say what it is you want to do. I had to tell myself that, to speak differently, even pretending or playing. Sometimes Isis will make a statement and I say, Isis, don't say that like that. Think about what you're saying, because, your body don't know the difference of when you're playing and when you're not. It just knows you said a thing. And so the body go, oh, we got to do this because it was said, and even the thoughts, but leave that when you make your declaration, when you say your prayer, whatever, you got to believe it. If you want to find what you lost, then say you want to find it. Not that I lost my keys, but I'm going to find my keys, because Haru said we don't lose nothing. If something leaves your life, then, what's the footprints?
Yeah, Mama Head, I want to challenge even the word find means something is lost. So
okay, got
it. We had to switch that word.
Where my keys? I want my keys. Where my keys?
Up. Just speak to the keys to show up.
Keys. I misplaced my wallet. Well, let me say, my wallet was hiding from me. I put it away from myself. And so I told Tanae, and Tanae said, hey, give me 3 numbers. I was like, what? She said, give me 3 numbers. So I told her 101. She said, Mama Head, she looked, wherever she went, she said, okay, that's a 2. She said, okay, Mama Head. She said, your wallet is going to be in the south part of the house. She said, it's going to be near a jar or a vase, and somebody else may find it. And so I looked and looked. I even went back and retraced my steps where I'd been before the last time I saw it. And I sat down and looked up on the shelf Haru was standing next to the shelf, and I looked up, and that wallet was right next to his ear in the south side of the house. I was like, come on, Tanae, come on. And yeah. So let's look at the words. Okay, let's look. And this is what I want to say. Thank you to Mama Hawa and Mama
Ayaba.
Mama Ayaba. And remember that we have to study the etymology of words. Yes, that's what Wednesdays were about. We're gonna look at this word and what this word means and what it represents. So yes, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I really miss them.
Yeah.
What is it called again? What was you say? Word? What did you say it was?
The etymology of the word is the study of words, to learn their origin and where they came from and what they mean. It's like when we were looking at some words of the Bible, the word baraka used to appear in the Bible. That means abundance. And then we turned the word, they substituted and started using the word blessings. And then you think about blessings and it's be less. Like, wait a minute. Okay. So now, thinking along the lines of abundance, even when we have a little, we still have a lot, and we have everything we need. If you look deep enough in your closet, I need a new dress. Well, you have a dress in there that you haven't worn in how many years? And my grandfather, Haru's granddad, Grandpa T's, Tuskegee Airman, he said, if you ain't looked at something in 5 years, you need to go on and let it go, because you ain't used it. You ain't missed it because you haven't seen it.
Probably don't fit it.
Yeah, I watched the video. Remember last week when we were talking about the tiding sister, Marie Kondo. I watched the Netflix. She has a whole series on Netflix, and I said, I bet you most of these people are Tauruses, don't want to give up their things. But one lady, she was fighting hand and foot. I might be able to, I'm going to fit back into these clothes and I don't want to let my so-and-so go. Then you need to get off the show because you're not willing, you're not open. You know, I remember Haru told me that. He said, Mama Het, you got so much stuff. I had things in the closet, candlestick holders that I was not using. I started dusting those things off because they were things that I bought that I wanted. They're in the closet. I started giving them away to people for their housewarming. Because there were things that I bought that I thought were beautiful, but they sitting in the closet. They're not even being used. My cousin said, and you got all these candles around the house and you're not burned. They're not burned. The candles were meant to be burned. Light a fire to them and let them do what they do. You know, I got artwork sitting around here. I can gift this artwork and move it on. Remember, we cleaning out, not cleaning up. Clean out, clear out. You know. Dresses sitting in closet. I mean, for COVID, my clothes were like, Mama Het, just because you can't go nowhere, you can still put us on. You can still put on the dress and wear it around the house. When's the last time you just dressed up for yourself at home? Talking about that self-care. Put your heels on and sit down at the table and just fling your leg. The shoes, like, Mama Het, you ain't, where you been? What's going on? No, I'm wearing, and then when we began coming back outdoors, it was really hard for me to find stuff to wear because I was wearing leggings and t-shirts all day. Now I got to put on clothes. We have this dormant state of mind, come out of that.
Preach. I'm glad you're reiterating some things to me. Like I said, that paperwork, that 10-year-old paperwork, I'm gonna get rid of it today. I'm like, I'm not, I'll be honest, I'm not going to scan that work. I'm not going to retype out those names. I realize half the people on there then probably moved on, passed on. And if they really need to get in touch with me or to track with me, we will cross paths. Prime
That's
example, Rob coming onto the show Friday. I followed up with him and caught up. Because like I said, the last time we saw each other, we were in court handling our court business. So then you talk and everything, got caught up, and I call it a quick gig. Having the knowledge of knowing how to create simple flyers for people, that have people's attention, and then creating the Eventbrite code and the QR code so you up to date. That's a nice little. I call it a quick gig. And I realize now, you know what, Daniel, you need to create a form so that people can give you all the information up front. So you don't have to go back and forth and be like, okay, what's the app? And that way you can knock this out, because you can knock this out in less than, I don't know, 20 minutes. But that's $100 that you can do because of all the attachment. And it's something that I am attracting people who probably could do it, but don't have the time to do it. And I'm like, exactly what I want. Let me do it. Let me do it for you. Let me complete it for you. And that was a good connection. I had somebody call me to catch up from Landmark. That was another good connection that I'm going to follow up with today. Because, okay, that's my door locking. Just because, it's stuff that can be done, but there's stuff, my boyfriend was like, there's stuff that you can, give up yourself. And I'm like, okay, you're right. There is stuff that, like I said, that paperwork is going today. That paperwork is
both of you are talking about paperwork, because I was sitting here, I was meditating over here, and I looked over here and I just saw stacks of paper that I haven't looked at in years. And I remember when I looked at them, I said, no, I probably will need this, but I hadn't looked at them then in years.
Right.
I probably. And the other thing I wanted to say that I got this morning when I've been up, not up, but woke since 4 something. And is that for our speakers, I need to create, or someone, if you're good at that, but create a form that every speaker completes. So we're not, I need their picture, or I need this about them. Soon as you know that who it is going to be, we send it out. Or
That's what I
even,
needed.
even a letter that is from you, but we all use the same letter asking or confirming, and like that kind of thing. We hear the dates or what date or whatever, and then they get a follow-up to remind them and stuff like that. But in that form, they have to send the picture, and they have to send their
Logo and
short bio, and people still send you 3 pages. They
One
should know by now that is too, ain't nobody reading all that. They shouldn't. They got a short bio.
I got my supervisor on their website got the longest bio on the website, and I'm looking like, nobody's gonna sit here and look at that. Don't nobody really care of your whole career, of everything that you're doing. All they looking for is, how much is this service gonna cost me per hour for someone to come and take care of my mama? Like, not, and she got everything on there. She worked for Wayne County for 20 years and everything. Don't nobody. That's not the right time to have that type of bio. Now, if you being recognized for an award, okay, that's the time to give us your life story. Because now it's like, okay, why? I understand why you're being nominated to get this award, but everything else is like, tell us about you and what you do and how you do it. And I'm like, yeah, I just have to interject.
Yeah, I have different resumes depending on what area I am looking for, employment or, gigs or whatever. So, you have your artist self, your business self, your, it might be, modeling and or body paint and or dance and or administrative assistant work, might be social media. Like with Danyelle, she has a social media. She has a dancer self. Queen and Mama Evelyn, you all have different, that's where it's important to get to know who all you are. Because they have different responsibilities. They're needed for different projects. And, and that's about that. Like Lakeisha was saying, go and sit and listen and soak in, because you may not even be there for yourself. You may need to be an assistant for someone who's coming into the game or in the game and needs to know, for the longevity of it. These are the things that you need to do. You need to look at the long run. Lakeisha's doing insurance. And I mean, even while her and Danyelle and I were all on the phone, we were all still doing what we do. Because Lakeisha, she got an insurance person, as we're talking, we were talking about these the grants and whatnot, but here's my insurance self. Wait a minute, I got to take my insurance self need to take care of this customer, and I could do this online without having to go over there, but Lakeisha decided to go out and take care of the deed, even though she was like, I could do this and do this and do this and make this da 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 da. But that other person was like, nope. The insurance of her was like, nope, we going out. We got to go out and get this done correctly the first time, so we have to redo it, right? Right, Lakeisha? But sometimes you got to revisit things, So yeah, we have to understand and know who all of us are, all that we encompass. It used to be, what's your career? When ISIS was coming up, when I was coming up, people say, what do you want to do in life? And I'm like, one thing, I'm not gonna be able to answer that question. And I told ISIS, I want you to do everything you want to do. She played flute for a year. She did a semester of flute and she didn't want to do it anymore. But I said, you got the basics. You could pick that stuff up and do more whenever you want, because you know what to do and how to do it.
Right.
Oh, why limit ourselves when we're complicated? Loving us is complicated. I love Kendrick Lamar with that. Loving me is complicated. And I don't know if you all know, that brother got a Nobel Peace Prize. Kendrick Lamar has a Nobel Peace Prize. Just a dynamic brother, but you know, why not be all of you? God gave you all these talents. He didn't give you one talent, you know, use them all. That's what they're there for. We multifaceted.
Extreme. We're not one thing. We're not just put one thing in the box. And I agree. It's hard when people sometimes ask me, what do I do? It's like, okay, what do I do? You know, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Maybe
And
they
I'm
could
glad.
ask you, what don't you do? That might be a shorter list, you know?
Right.
But yeah. I do know that I'm gonna say, look up, what is it? Because it came on my email today and I was looking. It's called Getaway. Getaway, they got these cabins that have like these big picturesque windows that you could just go for a solo-cation or a vacation or whatever. And I'm like, in my spirit, it's like, you're going to do this. You are going to go. You're going to go away for 3 days. They actually have a lockbox for your cell phone. So you can lock your cell phone and just take in the beauty of where you're at and just not be distracted. You know, I'm so full of ideas, and now it's just time to put that in place. And thank you, Mama Head, for giving me the word of prayer. Because I swear to God, I'm going through a little bit of something right now. And I'm like, Lord, I put my prayer out there, and now it's just a matter of just letting him work everything out. You done did it before.
That's right.
I'm gonna let you do it again. I'm gonna let you do it again now. And yeah, yeah, I love Mondays. I love what's happening. I love what's being created and everything like that. And then here's a bit of tech. I noticed with Rob on Friday that his camera was moving. He was moving, he was following him. And I kind of asked him, I was like, is that center stage? He was like, yeah, it is. I'm like, okay. And I thought center stage was just an Apple thing on their iPads, on their iPads. No, you can attach center stage to Zoom. So
okay. Yep. Come on, move it now. Come on, move it.
I tested it with Mama Sheila. I was like, one of the reasons I wanted to upgrade my iPad anyways is because I wanted that center stage built in so I can start doing my movement classes and not so much be stuck in the box. And so that was one of the reasons for the update. Not only that, because I really my old iPad, I had it since 2019. So it was time for an upgrade. It was time for an upgrade. And, still don't know where the other one is, but maybe it just exited itself out because it's like, I think you just need new. And went to Best Buy, found an open box. Best Buy has this thing called open box. So open box means they have to discount it because it was opened. So I found an open box pencil. An Apple pencil is usually $129. I got an open box one for $75. So I'm like, yeah, okay. I know the keynote comes out today, so I don't know what they're talking about, what they're gonna do, blah, blah, blah. But so far, I'm liking what I'm able to do because, like I said, I am taking the social media marketing manager thing to the next level, and that means being organized. That also means me building up my brand because I had somebody immediately go and look me up and gonna tell me that I only have 1,000 followers. I'm looking like, first of all, she was lying. I don't have 1,000 followers nowhere, but I am building up myself, my brand, so that when people look me up, they know, oh, I want her to do what I want her to do, and I can see that she can do it. So that's what we're like. I know on my Instagram I'm at 2,900. I want to get to 3,000 by the end of the month. The ultimate goals by this year, I want to have up to at least 10,000 real followers on my social media. And I say that because you can go out and buy followers, but that don't mean anything. That's
Mhm.
a whole nother thing. Do not buy followers. Let them follow you. Let them find you. Which is why I love the fact that we are up on our game, because my aunt loved her earrings and I told her about Mama Evelyn. I was like, you need to go follow her. You need to go follow her, because I am a walking brand of brands, Stephanie was here. I was so happy to see her. I made sure I take my picture and I tag her because I got her D earrings. I haven't seen her in person over the years. And it's good to build up and make these connections. I know this weekend, this weekend, Tava has something called Tavaverse. And it's the financial literacy education, which is on a monthly subscription based plan. But it's $140 a month, but you're getting 5 classes every single day, ranging from hard assets to real estate to credit repair, to everything else. And you can always go back and look at the archive classes that you missed. So you don't have to do it right then and there. I told myself I'm gonna find me 2 people willing to go $50 each, and we could split this into
Right,
right.
right.
This is Black. These are Black leaders, financial leaders in their field. I say that again. These are Black leaders, financial leaders in their field. And they are giving us this education so we can leverage the money that we have and move forward. It is being led by a woman by the name of Jewel Tankert. I don't know if you guys heard of her name, but she is a Detroit. She's born and raised in Detroit. She lives in Memphis. Dr. Jewel Tankert. I take that back because she has a doctor's in finance, a doctor's in economics or finance. One of the.
Okay.
When they did beta testing for the Tavaverse, they brought Black people here, and they did walkthroughs. They did walking tours of financial homes, and because there's a woman on our team that is a Black banker, there was people purchasing property next day. So we have Black-owned bankers, we have Black-owned banks, we have Black investors, and it's getting this knowledge where it just makes sense. She has an event this Friday evening. I gotta look at the Eventbrite, but she has an event this Friday evening, and she's got another event this Saturday. And it's just to come and get the knowledge, get the understanding. Because for me, that's what it's like, getting it and understanding what it is that I'm doing, how I'm making this money make sense, work and make sense. Because they teach us financial literacy in school. They teach us everything else, but they don't teach us that. So I'll get the flyer and put it in there because it's free. It's an Eventbrite, but I'm glad that something Black owned is out here for us to, get it.
Right.
So how is everybody? I can't see on my screen. I don't know. I don't think I have the screen set up to see everybody. Gallery. Oh, there we go. I see people now. I'm getting used to this now. What I did get, I got a iPad Air, so the screen is bigger. It's like from like 9 inches to 10.9. This is a faster processor, different screen. Like, I got the center stage on Zoom, which I didn't know you could do. I was like, but I'm glad that that's an add-on that works with another app like Zoom. So I'm like,
so Center Stage is an app, Danyelle?
No, Center Stage is a built-in program into the newer iPads. I want to say starting last year. Yeah, last year, 20. So any of the 2022 models have that has that built in.
Okay. I know another. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
No, I was saying, go ahead and finish. I didn't know you weren't finished.
Oh no, I'm just
okay. I wanted to share also about, you mentioned about the unboxed items. Also, I had worked with a young lady who she would purchase technology through Costco or Sam's, and she was saying that their programs are really good because you can upgrade, and it doesn't cost as much as usual when you're upgrading, your devices if you're getting technology from those types of spaces. But we really don't know what's new and what's not. And I think it's always a good chance. I'm a great person. I'll go look at the clearance before I go anywhere else for anything. And your what do you call the places where you take things and they'll, give you money for it and you go get it back? What is that called?
Contract.
Yeah, that's another place to get devices from. Because people,
most places. So so especially for Apple, because I'm an Apple person. Apple does have a recycling program, and your newer devices do have the value of them. They do have them where you can actually trade it in.
Okay.
So so one of the reasons why I was kind of upset that my iPad disappeared is that the value of that iPad for me to trade up would have been $180 off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the newer tech is like, yeah, I was kind of upset, but I'm letting that go because I'm like, I got this off my Verizon plan. I'm paying so much per month. The idea is to have this paid off, not in 2 years, but pay it off in like 6 months. That's my goal.
Right.
When you go to say, like, I'll show you, they got these little red stickers. That's the little red sticker on there that said open box. And I'm like, okay, open it. That's $50. I don't have to pay. But your newer stuff, you can go to Apple and actually type in your security code, and it will tell you how much the security
serial number. Serial number.
And it would tell you what the value of your device is. If your device is too old where it doesn't have a device, if you take it to the Apple store, they'll give you they'll give you an Apple a gift card just for at least $25 just for recycling your device. And if you don't use that to trade it in right then and there, they'll put the value of what the product was on a gift card, so you can use it towards your next. So I'm like, and I think the cell phone companies do the same thing too. If you want, like, I think if the iPhone 15 comes out, but you got a 11, if the 11 value is like $250, they'll give you $250 towards the value of the newer phone. So, or if you want the lesser phone, you can still use that towards the. So I like that. I don't know if they do that with like Samsung or the desktops or anything like that, but that's one of the reasons why I do like Apple. It's like, oh, if I want to upgrade, I just want to upgrade, but I just got this one right here. I know that this iPad right here has a resale value right now of at least $800. So I'm like, oh, if I get the new one, I'm just paying the difference between whatever the new, if this was paid off, but when it's paid off, then I can actually go ahead and use it to upgrade. So basically the idea is not to have something so old to the point where it don't work no more, because then it's not worth anything. You want to have some sort of value to it so that you can upgrade and save some money on it.
Right. I like companies that believe in their product and do things like that. That's where I tend to, invest when I do. I think it's very important that it lets you know that a company stands behind their product, and that's something I appreciate.
Yeah, one of the best things I did this year is I finally got rid of. I had a MacBook that didn't work. Took the hard drive out. Finally got rid of it. Got rid of old iPad. Just got rid of just the tech. Like, even when we clean out the storage unit, it's like, why we got this tower? Like you said, if you ain't touched it in 5 years, you ain't going to. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. So I'm looking forward to get rid of some things today. I really don't feel like going to work. I gotta go check on my aunt. I really don't feel like it. But I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back and sit down finished my flyer, finished my project, so I can get my money. And
It's money.
money. You know, I like Cardi B, you know, her little voice and everything like that. But
Right.
yeah, and do some regenerative work this week. That's what's going on. That is what's going on. Really, I'm getting more organized. There's a way to get more organized with this social media because I really am sitting down at, you know, I want my Monday structure, but after I do the show, I do my coffee, you know, get my prayer and meditation on, and then I sit here and I just create and schedule for like the next 30 days. That's what I want. You know, I don't want to stop and be, oh, I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that. I gotta go do. No, I want to. It's getting itself together.
All right.
But yeah, Mondays can't wait.
A
Lakeisha.
hands up. If hold on, I need to see it. I got like 50,000 people on here, all these boxes and stuff for all the people all over the world. And I think I see Lakeisha. And
All right.
50,000 people. Lakeisha, yay!
All right, ladies. Since we were talking about decluttering, I thought a lot of people knew about it, but they don't. So we talking about decluttering. So I don't know if y'all aware of DSW, like they would take your shoes, like whatever shoes that you have, you can give it to them. I think they fix them, they repair them, but not, and you get points for donating your shoes. It used to could be like you could just give them a ton of shoes, but now I think you got to do it like once a week or so, and you can give them your shoes and you get all these points, and then you can like purchase some other shoes with the points. So I didn't know if y'all.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
My little discount card.
Listen.
Now I
Yeah.
can get some other stuff.
Yeah, my god sister used to do it all the time. She just take tons and she come over and get tons of shoes and stuff from me, and she give it to me. And she just, oh, I got this for you. You know, any shoes I may like. So I wanted to share that. But then I don't want y'all to forget either. For those, I know, Queen of
What do you want us to do?
a building. You was talking about
What do you want us to do?
Oh, do it. Say it again. Say it again.
What do you want us to do? You want us to forget?
No, I don't
What
want
do
you
you
to
want
forget.
us to do?
I want you to go to the Motor City match.
No, that's fine, but I want you to remember to do this.
I want you to remember. Yes. Thank you.
That's what people say. Don't forget to do it. Well, the action word
Right.
was
I should
forget.
remember. Thank you.
So
Yes.
remember to do this. Then you're
Remember.
like,
That's
remember.
right.
Declare.
Love it. Yes. Thank you. So I just want you to remember.
Yes.
The Motor City Match Real Estate Fair. That's June the 7th, Wednesday, from 5:30 to 7:30. So the business owners, if you are not ready to purchase a building or get them, they can kind of maybe prepare you into getting there, getting you in preparation for, and at least you will know,
That's June 7th.
That's June the 7th, Motor City Match Real Estate Fair. That's a Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30. I put the link in there so that you can register for it as well. And that's free of charge. It's going to be at Mary Grove at their Brownstone Room at 8425 McNichols Road. So at least you can get in preparation, know, things that they're looking for until you get ready if you're interested in getting your own place or your own spot.
Absolutely.
Oh, one more event. It's called the Senior Summer Sizzler. Live jazz. It said calling all seniors. Sign up for the Summer Sizzler. Free food fun at the Easter Market, Shed number 3, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., free parking. And I'm trying to work, going to be food trucks and different things out there. I'm trying to see if they allow some vendors to come out there, you know, because I deal in the senior space with different, I partner with different organizations to see if we can come out and give out some amazing information, because Medicare is right around the corner. They got some amazing clinics that's out here that's into maintenance care. They try to get you and wean you off of the medications. Pharmacies to make sure people are being compliant when they're taking their medications and different things like that. So I'm trying to work on that. Do anyone know anyone?
Hold on, just hold on. Just hold on. Either you're gonna do this doggone thing. You have said that word 5 times. Everything, you start everything off with how you are doing what you're doing. And we don't want you to do that.
Okay, what I'm supposed to say?
You are to say, I am doing this.
They are.
I'm working on this. I'm working on that.
Declare, declare, declare.
Declare.
Okay, get me together.
On. Okay, there's your word. I am working this.
Okay, I am
working. And it's true. You are working on that.
Yes.
So don't diminish it. Okay.
I love it. I am working on this because I am working on myself. Getting better. So I thank y'all for helping.
We all are, right?
I thank you for helping me. So I am working on a health fair for the seniors in the senior building. Do you all know of anyone that would love to participate for free? Like, got some information or anything that could help or bring value to the seniors?
When is that?
It is June. I'm sorry.
You hit the mute button, Mama. You hit the mute button.
I'm sorry. It's June the 13th.
June 13th. Ooh.
June 13th. Let me see, what day is that?
I went to a senior building and she wants to have a health fair on the 13th. So can you put together a health fair? So I was like, okay, that's a really short time. But yes, I can. I can. Yes, I can.
Talk to Sister Juanita. She has a lot of resources. Juanita. Hit up Juanita. She's in our WhatsApp. Did you get on our WhatsApp chat? Did we get Lakeisha on the WhatsApp?
I don't think we ever finished.
Oh
well, yeah, because I know an invitation was sent. I'll check. And
okay.
I might not have had it when you sent it. I might not have had it. The WhatsApp on my new phones, so I may not.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and do you know what time?
Yes, it is.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Let me go to June the 13th from 12 to 3 at the Highland Towers. It's a senior building on Greenfield in Southfield, right near 696, called Highland Towers.
Lakeisha, can you text that information to me? Because I still work for a home care company, so I think there's a possibility of having some flyers and cards and talking to people about the importance of having home care, chore care if they need it.
Yes, that would be great to share that information, because I get that question a lot about, do I know anyone that does health care?
Well, health care or home care, because there's two different.
Home care. They need somebody to come into their home and help clean, help. Right now, there's a company called Papa, I think they call it Papa Pal, that a lot of the insurance companies will allow like college students to come out to your home to clean, take you to different places, but they don't do toilets, they don't, wipe windows, but they will help clean. They might
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with Papa's. I'm signed up with Papa's. Papa's Pals was a company that was created more so for companionship than actual caregiving. So it fills in that for that somebody's not sitting there alone by themselves. Oh, you need a ride to the doctor or to the grocery store. So I'm signed up with Papa Pals. I'm familiar with Papa Pals, but it's a filler between someone that actually needs to cook, clean, medication reminders. Like they don't do that. That's an actual caregiver. They're like, I'll come and sit down and watch TV with you and talk to you for about 1 or 2 hours type. So it's a companion, right? It's companion.
Yeah, my mother used to do that for a while. Sit with the seniors, do puzzles with them, talk to them, play cards, that type of thing, whatever they wanted, if they wanted that type of service. So are you saying, Danyelle, that you would be able to come to the fair and talk about your services? Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna talk my company into paying me for that too. So yeah, just send me the dates, send me the information, and I'll let them know about it and see what create something, create that out of that.
Okay.
Yeah, and Lakeisha, I believe I have to talk to a few people, the team, Everett's, but they could definitely be there. I'm thinking about Kiki to just like braid their hair. Not like a braid, like braid style, but like a big braid or something like that, or something just cornrows back, or something like that. They could do that and talk about the issues of their hair. My hair is thinning. Well, sweetie, you're 977 years old.
That would be awesome.
You think, just talking about hair. Yeah,
that would be awesome.
They could actually talk about hair and their issues around their hair and stuff. They could see, they definitely could do that.
And speaking on that, one of my girlfriends who I wanted to come to the Elizabeth, she lives in Ohio. She wasn't able to make it, but she mentioned Everett, and she said that you all started her off with the bread, but I wasn't for sure if it was your company till, after I keep hearing the name. So she was excited to know that you all were part of the Elizabeth, and you all started her braids. Her name is Dawn Reeves. I don't know if you're familiar with her or not, but her name is Dawn Reeves, and she said you all started her off, and she did you all service.
Cool. That's so cool. Okay, so yeah, so I'll make definitely that commitment that Everett's I'll confirm it,
Okay.
And
it's beauty school, Everett Beauty School. What's the program?
Everett's Natural Beauty School.
Natural
Beauty School.
Okay, so we'll talk about hair care, right? Hair care. Okay. And then, yeah, you will possibly talk about the
Home care
services.
So how is it situated? Is it a vendor room or something? Is it a room or is it an auditorium? Or
no, it's a room. It's a big like community room.
Yeah.
Kind of nice space. So she kind of wanted to have it set up. We can set it up however we want, but she kind of wanted to set it up almost like a vendor.
Yeah.
So they don't have a lot of tables, but they do have some tables. So if you need a table, I can just bring my table. So it could be extra table. I'm gonna have a company come in, and there'll be some food. That would be for everyone attending. There'd probably be approximately 30 people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At
And
the
so, and then within the 12 to 3, you have different people speak. Is that what you're doing, or
we can have it.
how, like how were when you said for Danyelle to
Well, they can come to each table. Like you
oh,
have
they
your own
come to the
table
tables
set
and
up.
talk about
Yeah,
okay.
they could come to the table. To each table is what I was thinking. It was a
Okay.
big
Mm-hmm.
space. They could come to each table, or we can have a speaker come up. We can say we're going to have 3 speakers. If we want 2 speakers to be able to speak and educate them on some different things, we can do that as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 So I just know what to tell them. That's cool. That's gonna be nice. We've done those like career days and stuff like that where they go from table to table and stuff like that. Yeah.
And it's free, doesn't cost anything, but it is a good way to share your business with other people, to get the word out. And
okay, well,
that.
yeah, you're going to keep us pretty busy. Grand Rising, Lolly Mariah Stolbert.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, Lolly.
Well,
So how was your weekend?
well, it was beautiful. Give me a second. I'm about to hop on camera real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My weekend was nice. It was nice because for a variety of reasons. But I'll say, well, one, I hope y'all like my nails.
Oh boy.
I gotta fix them kind of, myself now, but I had some little ones around me, and so I got a manicure by a 3-year-old. It was great.
Oh,
But I think what was most exciting about my weekend is that a few months ago, I bought a $20 ticket to a concert for Ab-Soul, which is a rapper who's a part of my favorite music label.
mm-hmm.
And that's all I could afford to get. They had a VIP for like 100, but I just couldn't get that. And even now, I wouldn't have been able to get it this weekend. So I actually have been in contact with his tour manager who hit me up earlier in the week, which was, I don't even know why for real, but I was able to connect him with like different services in the city and like different things he might have been looking for. So they're like, good looking out. So basically when I got there to the concert yesterday, I got the whole VIP experience. I got to meet the artist. I got to be backstage. I got to all that. Yeah. So
Yes.
like,
Yes.
but it really showed me, the biggest thing that showed me was that anything that you want, if it's in alignment with your life, like you can have it. Like you can literally have it. And it's like you need to think about maybe why you want the things you want or what you're gonna do with it when you get them. And those are some questions to ask yourself. But anything that you really want, you can really have. And that was confirming that for me. So it was beautiful and I'm happy.
Say. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Yeah. I like what you said about just be aligned and then just watch it happen. Just watch it happen. And then you were giving as well. You were giving all along, giving to him and stuff. And then here God just hooked it up and gave you favor.
Yeah.
Gave you favor. Yeah. That's so cool.
It was.
Yeah.
How was Friday? I couldn't make it Friday.
Friday, at the loft,
Yeah.
or yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I'll tell you, this thing at the loft is happening as organically as Elizabeth did and is still. Everybody that come up there, they enjoy it, and yeah. So, and then downloads of all kind of things, what to do on this day and that day and this day and that day, and how often, and a lot of, I'll be reaching out and meeting a lot of people like I need, like on Saturdays, there's going to be the, you know what, hold on. We got 1 minute, but watch me make it work. I'm gonna show you what you got.
In the meantime, hey Danielle, hey Mama Head.
Hey. And speaking of Papa's Pals, I did go take a 2-hour little something. Because the cool thing about it is I believe they do same day pay, and it was like a $15 bonus just to go help somebody out today. So usually I have not been able to really use that out like I want to, because Tuesday to Thursday I'm already committed to somebody between 9 to 12, and that's when most seniors want stuff done relatively early. My partner's mother does it. This has been her way of getting some extra money here and there, and it's mostly shuffling seniors around. So yeah.
Lizzie's Kitchen. Is it Liz's? Liz's Kitchen.
Lizzie's.
Lizzie's?
Lizzie. Short for
Lizzie.
Elizabeth. Lizi. Lizzie's.
I like the brand.
I do.
I like
too.
her eyes.
The eyes and all that. Yep.
Hey, Lizzie.
Conversation Kitchen. Nice.
And it's really cool because that is really what is always going on. People, they come up there and we just had a conversations, like if you at your, you go over your friend's house, your mama's house.
Yes.
Just up there talking and stuff. So it was really cool. The first night in
That's Danyelle.
So
Oh, y'all, let me jump in. It's Lucretia. I did not see her, and Danyelle said it too. Her birthday was, I guess she celebrated the 4th. I don't know what the actual day, and Dr. Nicole's birthday is today, so we got to reach out to our Gemini. I'm done.
Oh yeah, it's
my partner's
down at the bar at the restaurant. That's today, right? Or
No, they're not open on Mondays. I think it's tomorrow. I'm gonna double check.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
you are
the 6th.
Right.
I gotta put some nickels together so I can go.
Oh no, right. Okay, and then what happens at the kitchen is soup, the 4 S: soup, sandwich, smoothie, and salad. All the time. That's what we're working towards. That you can always get that at the shop upstairs in the kitchen. I got to write the paragraph and stuff.
Who cooking? Is Danyelle cooking? Who making food? Who's that cooking? So who's switching in the kitchen?
We got, on Friday nights we have Tim. Yeah. Oh man, I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. And then on Sundays, first Sunday is silver and gold networking. Make new friends. We'll keep the old. One is silver and one is the other's gold. So everybody bring a friend. All of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We bring a friend that we already know, right? And then everybody meets one another and stuff, and we network and we eat the food and we just have a good time over there. And then the next one, which is the first Sunday in the next month, then you've met new friends, but the old friends are coming with their new friends, and it just multiplies and grows like that. Our thing is to have the end of keeping up with who all is coming through there and what people like. All we got to do, just do the whole thing, Okay. And then on Sunday, the second Sundays, the third Sunday. Now, the second Sundays, I would really like for you young people, you know, the three, I'm not including you, Lakeisha, I don't know your age, but I am talking about Danyelle, Mama Het, Lolly, Bianca, and Takrisha in particular, to do something that where you're bringing younger people in, you know, where you're bringing something on the second Sunday of the month. That's your space to do what you know, to bring in. If it's about face makeup, if it's about health and wellness, about their yoni, and talking about being real about, you know, brothers or whatever, you know, your body, stuff like that. So every second Sunday they can expect that kind of table talk, you know, whatever you want to put together. And the third Sunday, talk about special financial gurus. So we have those type of things for the family, for everybody, or whoever, whatever way we're going to do it. And then the fourth Sunday is a pamper party or Natural You Meetup. Natural You Meetup is things that people have all over the country, where natural hair people come together and they talk about products and all that stuff. Well, Natural You is dealing with hair health and beauty, and every other month, and then the other, I mean, every other month.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a part, because I was thinking it's every other week, but it's every other month, and then the natural. So that's what's happening every month. So everybody knows when they're doing what they're doing and bringing people through.
I love the financial piece. Like, that's the programs, the activities, the games. That's right up my alley.
Yeah, yeah. And then pop-up shelves on Saturdays. So in fourth, I think I'm gonna change this though, but right now, June, July, and August, the first week, here's this. Now, you know, I just took these off the internet. But this person, so maybe Mama Razia is on the first Saturday of June, July, and August. And then, you know, another person is on second Sunday and the third Sunday and the fourth Sunday. So that they are pop-up. So they just, you know, they just run the kitchen from noon to 6 o'clock. And why 6? Why do they stop at 6? Is because the kitchen will be a venue rental. So people can come in there, just like here, they can, when you see it, you'll understand. This is us, we were toasting. Now I got to get rid of that.
Crop it out.
Can't
Just a little green spilled on the table.
Yeah, we was some tea bags.
It was an herbal tea bag explosion.
But you know, but I'll just put this here right now because nobody sees this yet. You know,
right. That's a placement. It's just a place.
Pictures and stuff. Here's a picture of the space and stuff. But they can rent that that's why they have to be through at 6, because by 8 o'clock somebody may have rented that space out.
Yes.
Evening. And types of events, like they can rent it out for business meetings, for private personal dining, for family and friends gathering, for family dining, for networking. A person can rent that space out. I think it would hold like 20, 25 people. So, yeah. So even people who are, where the design kind of came from, people being out of musicians and such, you know, DJs and stuff. When they're finished, they want to go chill out somewhere, you know, but they have some healthy food as well, you know, and they want to be able to meet other people of like mind and be able to just talk about what just happened in their life, their performance and stuff, you know. And so this is that perfect place, you know, going over Mama's house and meeting, you know, your family and stuff. And then Friday night after hours, that's what this is. And that's what has already started happening, is this right here. Lizzie's Kitchen, you know, entertainers, we're here even after your gig. So it has become very, 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 very busy, that space. I just wanted to show you that. Why did I want to show you that? I don't remember.
So we need to know.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
Lizzie's
because I need y'all to do something for the second, what did I say, the second Sundays?
second Sunday. Look, I could bring back out the no, she said do that in February. Yeah, something. Foot bath, bring your foot bath. I don't know. Let's figure something out.
So the place is already open already?
It's my salon, my school
Awesome.
on Iron Street. So you and I'd love to work with you on the financial piece, which is what
I
day?
need to come up there.
The third, yeah, the
Come
third,
to Everett's
third
Beauty School.
Sunday.
I need
So
to do.
I have Robert Kiyosaki's
Book.
The Game.
Oh, do you have the game?
I have two.
There's a game?
I have people who know how to play that. Like Fame, he knows the rules and stuff. You know, you need somebody who knows how to. Have you ever played it?
I have. This guy, can't think
And
of his name.
I had the children's version as well.
And we started off playing his game. He was trying to do it like on a monthly basis, that everybody come and play the game. But it's been years. But yeah, it was really really good. Yeah,
Make you think.
absolutely. It
Wow,
teaches you a lot of terms,
oh, wow.
vocabulary. You know, it was very good. I really enjoyed it. Really make you think on different areas, real estate. It just very knowledgeable.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk, because that's what we're gonna do. You know, make learning about money and stuff like that and fun.
Yes.
Fun and enlightening. Okay. All right, it's time for us to go.
Dang.
You're so silly. Okay. God is good. This is what we used to say for our breakfast. We were children. We would say, okay, mama has 6 kids, and we would say, God is great. God is good. Let us thank him for our food. Bow our heads, we must be fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen. Jesus wept. Greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world. And then each of us would have to say a verse on our own. And
Wow.
so Pam will be walking around, and all of a sudden she'll say, God is great. And then I join in. God is good. Let us thank him for our food.
You know, when I was little, I only knew the first line. So when I heard somebody do
No,
the rest, I
I
was like, what?
never.
Yeah. But my favorite verse is Habakkuk 2:3. And come on, Mama Head. It talks about do not tarry. It'll surely come. It will not tarry. I'll get it. Oh man, that's my favorite verse. Habakkuk 2:3. Doggone it. Anyway.
What is it? Wait on the Lord. Is that what
it's one about patience? It's something like that. It's about being patient. Where's my Bible?
On the
Because it will
Lord.
surely come to you. I wish I had it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm surprised it ain't right here.
Here I come. Here I come. Come on, Google.
It up. Okay.
For the vision is yet to come.
Yeah.
No, the vision is yet for an appointed time, but it will speak at the end and will not lie. The vision is a witness pointing to what's coming and will not delay. God instructed the prophet to write it out, what he saw in the big block letters, so that it could be read on the run. The vision message is a witness pointing to what's coming and will not fail. Hey!
Ashe. Well, ladies,
What was that? Habakkuk what?
Habakkuk 2:3.
Somebody text that
I'm
to
getting
me.
ready for this. I'm getting ready for this class, this business plan and all that kind of stuff. I still need to talk to you, Lakeisha, and then the Lord just showed me something else too.
I'm gonna throw it in the chat. I'm gonna throw it in the chat, and I'll put it in the WhatsApp.
Habakkuk.
Oh, look. I'll put it in the WhatsApp. It didn't copy all of it. Doggone it. That's all right. I put it in the chat. All right, y'all. Lolly, I need to do what you doing. Give me some oatmeal.
Me too.
You know, you guys can do some refrigerated oats, put them plant-based milk over it and your fruit and vegetables and nuts and put it in overnight. In the morning, it tastes like dessert. It's amazing.
I want some hot old school my mama made oatmeal. I like that version. I'll do that too, but I want some mama hot with a little milk, a little butter, and a little sugar.
And toast.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, all right, ladies. I
love you all.
I
Give
love
you
you
a big
all.
hug.
And hug the world.
Hug the world. And ladies, you three, you're at the bottom here. You three, y'all need to get together for the second Sunday. It's on. We already
Love you.
so
Right.
love you. Peace
Love
out.
you.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye.